If spirituality is the pursuit of love, joy, and peace, then why do we have some days where it feels like you're just slogging through hell? Does that mean that you're cursed? Well, before we can answer that question, we need to understand what the spiritual journey is comprised of. There are four basic things that you need to agree to if you're going to move ahead effectively on your journey. And that first one is honesty. You must be honest with yourself about what you are thinking, feeling, saying, and doing. If you are saying one thing and doing another, if you are thinking one thing and feeling another, all of these things are going to cause confusion, and you're going to end up really feeling uncomfortable as you move through your spiritual experiences. So make sure that you allow all of yourself to be in alignment so that you can flow forward on your journey instead of going in fits and starts that make you so uncomfortable. Don't worry about always getting everything right. Just concentrate in the beginning to being aligned, being in sync with what you are feeling, thinking, saying, and doing. Be a solid front energetically, and you will find you're moving ahead just that much more smoothly. The next thing is responsibility. As a creator, a co-creator with the divine, you are responsible for what you are creating. You can look outside yourself and try to blame other people, but that's not going to bring you any kind of satisfaction or resolution. Learn to be responsible for your choices. Learn to say, I am making this choice and I am aware of the consequences. I agree to those consequences, or I am agreeing to make a different choice so I can get a different result. But pretending that someone else is responsible for your choice is not understanding the spiritual journey, and it cannot give you the result that you're looking for. Next, you've got to be consistent. The spiritual journey is a life commitment. It is not something that you can do on the weekends. You must really allow yourself to become one with all that is and be consistent in the way that you are approaching this. This means a daily practice. Don't try to do a daily practice of an hour when you're just beginning. Start with 5 minutes and work upward as you can, but allow yourself to have some spiritual interaction every day until it becomes familiar and comfortable, and it feels awkward if it's missing. And finally, you're going to have commitment. This is not something you can pick up whenever you feel like it and get the results that you're looking for. It is a lifestyle, not something like a hobby. So be committed to this journey. As I said, you can begin with 5 minutes a day and then expand. And make it easy for yourself to succeed by choosing those smaller goals first and celebrating those goals every time you are successful. There is no reason to come at yourself with self-deprecation or condemnation. Don't say things like, you're such an idiot for doing that. Instead, learn to honor yourself and say, wow, I'm really proud of you for committing and honoring that 5 minutes every day where we sit in silence, where we think about something spiritual, where we look for something that feels good. Honor what you are able to do instead of getting upset about what you're unable to do. Now, the next thing you're going to need to understand is that no matter how much you wish for it to be so, there's just no one outside of yourself that has control over you. It's all an inside job. Now, you're not going to see a change in your external circumstances until you have made a change internally that has become large enough so that the external can represent who you are inside. So don't look for this change to be immediate. It's not an overnight kind of thing. And insisting that it be overnight is just giving yourself an excuse to quit. Be prepared to take the long road and to commit to the full journey so that you can get those outstanding results that you are looking for. So, no one outside of you can determine what you are going to experience. And this can be confusing because sometimes it feels like there are people in authority or cults or brainwashing kinds of things that occur, and you're wondering, well, how come those people were able to have their authority taken from them or their consent taken away from them? Well, we must give agreement. That is an absolute, no matter who you are or where you are. But that agreement doesn't necessarily have to be conscious. You can give subconscious agreement, which means you may be saying yes because you hold a certain belief system, or you may be saying yes because you're viewing yourself as unworthy and someone else as more deserving. Or perhaps you're saying yes because you don't see yourself as capable. So you say, I'm going to give all of my authority, all of my permission over to this other being or thing because it knows more than I do and I don't trust myself. So I'm going to willingly give control. Don't do that. You are an amazing child of the divine. You are brilliant as you are, and you are a powerful creator. There's no reason for you to give control to another person. Instead, go within, connect in your energetic heart center with the divine, and begin understanding what you need in order to turn your life into a life that feels like paradise instead of hell. It's possible for absolutely every person to receive what they desire, but you must get in alignment, be consistent, and be committed to the process before you will see on the outside that which you have created in the inside. But let's remember that like attracts like. So if you are thinking, I'm so stupid, what an idiot, oh, I can't believe I'm such a failure, you are sending out an energetic signal that says, bring me more situations in which I can feel stupid, incapable, and like a failure. So learn to turn that self-talk around. Begin saying to yourself, I'm so proud of you. You've really done an amazing job. Look at all that you are capable of doing. When you are able to honor yourself in that way, you are sending out into the universe that desire that says, bring to me other situations and people that will help me feel even better than I do now. It is so important that you learn to honor yourself instead of looking at the ways that you may be falling down. Now, this brings up another point. What do we do if something is off? Something just doesn't feel good, or you're hit with a challenge, something that feels just overwhelming. Isn't that an opportunity to say, gosh, I think I'm cursed? Why is it that bad things can happen to good people? Well, we need to understand that sometimes it is important for you to be challenged. If you always stay the same, you will not be able to grow. Challenges come as growth opportunities. You will also have times when you have stepped out of alignment and these things that are very uncomfortable are coming to help remind you that you're in the wrong lane, that you've gotten off into a place where you don't belong, and these unfortunate or uncomfortable circumstances are trying to wake you up and push you back into the place where you are in alignment with your highest good and the divine, so that you can get back into your greatest place of flow and abundance. So, now, how do we determine whether it's a challenge or whether you are out of alignment? First thing you need to do is go within. How are you feeling? If you're feeling really good, even though you may be feeling a little frustrated or perhaps overwhelmed, because the thing that has come to you is bigger than something that you would have undertaken previously, but you're still able to feel good about you and the energy that you're offering, your thoughts, your feelings, your words, and your actions are all in alignment, that's okay. You're experiencing a challenge. And out of that challenge, you're going to be gaining strength. You will be gaining spiritual understanding. You'll be expanding in your spiritual ability and your spiritual practice. And you will become more spiritually knowledgeable than you were when the challenge began. The thing to examine most diligently is, are you forcing, I am determined I'm going to go down this road even though it's tough, or are you flowing? I'm excited about learning everything I can so that I can go to the next higher vibrational state. I am going to allow myself to open fully to what the divine is sending and sharing with me so that I'll gain additional knowledge and be that much more capable of living my life in a way that feels good. Forcing is going to be hard all of the time. You will not feel as though you are being divinely supported. Even though we are always being divinely supported, when we are forcing, we're cutting off our avenue of communication, and it will be more difficult for you to receive their support and help. They'll continue to support you. You will just have a difficult time interacting with it. So, if you've called this because you're in the forcing lane, it's going to, first of all, help you break free from a pattern that is not supporting you. It's going to help you choose something that will. It will help you establish a new normal, because if you've gotten into the lane that isn't working, the lane of forcing, you're kind of used to forcing. This is the way my life has to be. And when you start flowing again, you're going to set a new normal. And you're going to level up. Once you realize, oh, I can leave this strife behind because it wasn't necessary for my life, it's not in alignment with my highest good, that means you'll be able to level up because you're allowing more and more divine support. You're opening your heart and saying yes to their support. So there's no need to say, oh, I failed because I started forcing. You will learn from those times when you have stepped out of alignment and started to force. And there is absolutely no reason to say, well, I'm better than everyone else because I'm flowing. We all have opportunities to flow, and we will all participate in those opportunities when we are forcing. Both have wonderful, valuable information to offer us. All we have to do is to be open and stay out of judgment. When you are forcing, you will learn. When you are flowing, you will learn just with greater ease. Of course, We all want to be flowing as much as possible, but recognize being in a body, living in the physical realm, will make you enter into some of those forced encounters. You're not a mistake. You're just learning. It is so important as you move through these challenges that you both release whatever it is that was holding you in an uncomfortable pattern, but replace what you have released with energy from the divine. So let's pretend that you're holding on to anger over a particular situation, and you suddenly get insight that says that you're now able to release this anger. Beautiful. Let it go. Give it to God. Release it from your energetic field. But remember to replace it with higher, lighter energy. Holy Spirit light, the light of love. Bring that to replace the energy that you've given away. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, but it can be transformed. Your job is not to create the energy. The divine have already created everything that is ever going to be. All you need to do is shape it into the form that you most desire. And you do that with your thoughts, your feelings, your words, and your actions. And you do it most successfully when you are flowing with that which is for your highest good. The divine love you. They want to see you succeed. They will help you when it is for your highest good. They will try to deter you when you are forcing, because they can see that it's not going to lead you in the direction that is good for you. So they'll keep trying to nudge you back into that place of flow. They're not trying to punish you. The divine do not punish, but they will not stop you from encountering roadblocks when you're going in a direction that is going to bring you difficulty. So get used to being grateful for their support. Whether it feels good or it feels bad, just get used to saying, I am so grateful that the divine are here offering me support and guidance that I need in order to live the life that feels best to my heart. And know, they love you more than you could ever love yourself or anyone else. So their support is always going to offer you unconditional love and acceptance, and it will bring you your greatest good. There is no reason to fear. They are on your side 100%, and they can see the big picture. While you may only be able to see a short distance in front of you, they see everything, and they want you to have the absolute best experience possible. Learn to trust the divine. Learn to open your heart. Learn to flow, and you will live a life that is filled with love, joy, and peace.